Hey guys, it's Chris from Vernon Composition, and today I want to show you a kind of big tutorial overview, if you like, of Addictive Drums, which is a plugin that can be purchased from lots of online stores such as Amazon, GAC, DV247. It retails roughly at around £120, but kind of varies between 120 and 150 depending where you get it. I use it quite a lot in most of my compositions actually, as I've kind of found it very reliable. It's very receptive. It's easy to make it sound, legitimate like real drums. So yeah, let's have a look and open it up. What you first want to do is, in your inspector on a new instrument channel, you would like to go down to AU Instruments, and it's under XLN Audio, and there it is, Addictive Drums. So just let it load up. So as you can see, it's actually quite flashy looking, which isn't a bad thing. I think it's a good layout. You've got straight away you've got your mixer, and you can actually see what you've got loaded up initially. So where to start? This is just a rough demo that it comes with, just to show you, the kind of potential. I suppose it's just a very quick way of showing off that this is Addictive Drums, this is what it can do, like showing its capabilities, I suppose. So if you just have a quick listen. As you can hear, it actually sounds quite impressive, I believe. I think it's more so than most other MIDI kits or plugins that I've actually used before or heard. Obviously that takes quite a lot of editing, and you have to edit the audio and velocities quite a bit, but that said, I think yeah, it shows a fair bit of potential. I suppose the most noticeable thing that when you first open it up is that you've got an entire mixer just down here, straight open, like no need to kind of go around messing around with lots of windows. And in fact, that's something that the software actually is very good for. It keeps it all quite minimal, kind of all compressed into as little screens as possible, so it doesn't overcomplicate anything. You can see over here you have a wide range of areas in which you can set your drums, but what I find very good about these, they're not digitally emulated samples, they're real samples of real drum kits and real drums. So for example, down here we've got a Tama kick loaded up, which has been recorded, and you can audition them by just simply clicking on them. As you hit it, as you can see, it's already got like the overhead mic and the room mic playing through, so you can actually hear. You get the vibe as if it's actually in a real room. And it's like, again, these spaces have all been previously recorded. You can edit them. You can drop the room mic down, and then you've just got like a more dead kick, more punchy, just with a bit of overhead. Again, you can take the overheads right down, and it's even less. You don't want to be doing that, obviously, but yeah, I find that really good. I mean, you can go through. It's the same for all of these. You can change the kick to. There's a Pearl one. There's a DW one. There's just a wide variety of instruments available. You've got various cymbal makes, which you can change to chinas, crashes, rides, and all that kind of stuff. And what also is good, which I haven't actually seen many drum plugins use, is you've got a good variety of extra bits and bobs. So I mean, hang on, going the wrong way now. Oh, I don't actually have them loaded up at the moment, but you've got access to cowbells, like tambourines, etc. So I find that is it's very useful. You can audition again all of them just by hitting them, clicking them, etc. So what is also an incredibly useful feature is if you go over here to this edit window, you can it's got pretty much every kind of processing tool that you could want built into it. Whether or not you use them is up to you. It's down to your preference. I personally, more than often will use the Logic compressor and stuff like that, but it does come in with its own compressor. It's got its own 3-band EQ, which I'd prefer to work with more like a higher band EQ, but it's good for just editing. It gives you like a really good solid sound when it comes to actually mixing it through Logic. Over here you've got your attack, decay, sustain, etc, etc, so that's very useful. It moves quite freely, so that's nice. Again, you can change the pitch. It pretty much comes with absolutely anything you could want. This this is most impressive, I think. You know, they've gone through the effort of actually recording different mic positions for where you would have it inside the kick, or over here you can change it from front right to the back near the beater. So depending on what sound you're after, it's good for that. Yeah, it's just very, again, like I said, receptive. Over here, again, they've recorded some very natural reverbs that they've obviously done whilst recording the kits. You can change them from rooms, you can have halls, all sorts of like nice plate reverb. That ambient one there actually is very, very nice. It's got this, it sounds enormous actually, just this huge, huge reverb that I haven't actually managed to find in any other kind of, plug-in for drums. And over here you've just got some preset beats and things like that. If you just fancy, shoving one of those over your track, you can. Yeah, it's just I find it a very fantastic bit of software. It's perfect for what I do. Obviously if you're looking to record very high-end level things, maybe not so much. Obviously you'd be doing live drums for something like that. But for your kind of home studio on a sort of budget, I find it's just, practically unbeatable for that price. So yeah, I hope this has kind of given you a good indication of what it can do, its assets. So I suppose just download it for yourself and see how it goes from there. Really, just good fun to just experiment around. Cheers, thank you very much.